Audibility is okay?
Okay.
Vita, remove the mic and try. Remove the headphone from top. Remove the headphone. Remove the headphone from the computer. From the laptop. Remove the cable from the laptop.
So, okay.
Please, everyone mute the mic. Others, everyone mute the mic.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Jomi.
Good evening, Jomi.
Where is Suguna?
Suguna is the TMOD, right?
Yes, she's there. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, Susan Purti. That's a good idea. Send that screen to everybody, Susan.
Yes.
That's nice.
Send,
No, yeah, we can. Everyone.
send the picture to everybody. We will put also background.
Super.
Unmute, unmute. Asked. Send that picture to the WhatsApp group.
I'm sending. I just sent the.
Gita, run away. Gita, is it okay now?
I changed the device, but my camera is not good.
No problem.
I think you can hear me. No problem.
See you.
Very
Okay.
clear.
It's good now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for the patience. All are in happy Valentine's.
Anu, please start.
That's cool. Okay, start now. Where is Anu?
Okay, okay, I'll start then. I thought somebody was coming. Good evening, Toastmasters and my dear guest. I'm Anu Chandran, the Surgeon at Arms for Bhavans Toastmasters Club. Okay, so like everything in the world has a mission. We at Bhavans Toastmasters, or you can say Toastmasters, have a club mission. So I'm going to read the club mission for you. Okay. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So before beginning the meeting, I would request you guys to follow some ground rules. First, except the speaker, rest everyone should mute their audio. and video also. Uh, Please refrain from topics related to politics, religion, or sex. And then the speakers are requested to pin the timers. Now, I would like to call our president, Toastmaster Santosh, to carry the further procedures.
Yeah, thank
Sorry,
you,
go.
Toastmaster. No, today Santosh is not able to join until now. Is some busy schedule due to some busy schedule. So, behalf of him, I will lead today for the. I will welcome all for our Bhavans Toastmasters Club 215th meeting. So, good evening all and welcome to
214.
214. Yes.
Yes.
24.
214th meeting of Bhavans Toastmasters Club. So about Toastmasters International is non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills through a worldwide network of clubs. The organization members exceeds 3,64,000 and more than 16,200 clubs across 145 countries. This is about Toastmasters International, and we build positive and supportive learning experience. So today we are in 214th meeting of Bhavans Toastmasters. There are few like prepared speech session and table topic and evaluation as usual. With that, to conduct for this meeting today, I will invite a dynamic lady and a strong person with a sports background. We all know how she grown and growing and growing. And her hobbies are enhanced for the champion angels to champions. So with this, I will welcome to today's Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sugna Ganeshan. Welcome to 214th meeting to lead this meeting with your passion. Over to Toastmaster Sugna.
Thank you, Vice President Education, for the introduction. It's my pleasure to serve as Toastmaster of the Day. You always gain by giving love. A warm good evening to my impeccable Toastmasters and guests. Before introducing the theme of the day, let me explain the agenda of the meeting. Toastmasters meeting, in general, it is divided into 3 sessions as prepared speech session, table topic session, and evaluation session. Before the introduction of role players, DTM Anil, why you are dressed in red? Even I and a few of my fellow Toastmasters as well. DTM Anil?
Hello. Good evening.
Okay, I can hear you, like to match with our theme, right? Thank you so much. Valentine to unite.
Yes.
St. Valentine's Day is on 14th February. People all around the world for their boyfriend or girlfriend on this day. I know, I guess every one of you go to now your school days or college days. Even me, I remember those guys who have proposed me. So being loud is something special, right? Lots of people buy flowers and other gifts on St. Valentine's Day. But why do we have this day? Who was the first Valentine? This is a story of Saint Valentine. About 1700 years ago, there was a called Valentine. He was a priest. He liked to see young people in love. He wanted people to get married because he wanted to them have a family. But the Emperor Claudius did not want the men to get married. He wanted men to fight in the army. He wanted more soldiers. Valentine did not agree. He helped him to get married in secret. Emperor Claudius did not know about this. When the Claudius hear the story of Valentine, what happens? Let's move on to our first session, prepared speech session. To take ahead, we need role players, right? Without them, we cannot. Love is a force which binds every relationship. I love everyone who comes to my life like roses. Some offer me flowers, while others thorns. But I accept them because I love roses and it has thorns. May I call upon an elegant lady, Toastmastering since 2016, teacher Valentine. Let us put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Beata Johnson as grammarian for today's meeting.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can you hear me? Am I still having any trouble? Okay. Thank you so much. One small mistake, one small change. 2016, no, I joined Toastmasters in 2018. Okay, and this is my first club, so I love this club like I love roses. They're my favorite flower, okay? And today, as a grammarian, my role is to introduce the word of the day. It is impeccable. Impeccable means flawless, error-free. Like our Bhavans Toastmasters, wherever we go, we say BTC is the best because we are impeccable people. Now I'd like to ask some of you to make a frame sentences with this word. I'd like to ask Toastmaster Latif, are you ready with a sentence? I know you are an impeccable person. Yes, please. I'd like to hear from you.
Today, each and every Toastmasters have dressed impeccably well, and I hope they will enjoy and they will flourish today's meeting with high ranks. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Latif. When you mentioned about dress, there is someone who is always in the attire of a gentleman. I mean a formal dress, who is none other than our distinguished Toastmaster Anil Kumar Ravankar. Dear Anilji, can you say something about this word? Because you are such an impeccable person. Wherever you go, you keep that hallmark. Are you there? I didn't get you. Maybe. Okay. So that's all. Anyways, as a grammarian, I will note down the good usages and the areas for improvement. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Suguna.
Thank you, dear Beata. Without proper self-evaluation, failure is inevitable. To evaluate us, we have another eminent personality, our BTC's own film director, dedicated personality. Let's put our hands together to welcome dazzling Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali as a general evaluator for today's meeting. Toastmaster Latif, please explain your role.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, TM Sugana. You are really looking beautiful, and so is everyone over here. First of all, my role as a general evaluator is to monitor each and every meeting sessions, how it will start until the end. Plus, I will monitor each and everything to evaluate in a better way for our new meetings. But to start with, I really loved the way the attendance is. I saw at like 5:55, everyone was around. So I am impressed today, and I hope that we will rock this meeting and enjoy and give a message for those who haven't been joined yet for our next meeting. I encourage, as you have announced me as an VPE, actually it's Toastmaster ready, but I'm just taking up the roles. Please don't even hesitate to take up roles. This is the best time when you are asked to speak. You can speak your heart. You can address many audience. You can give a powerful message. Overall, everybody, please love your voice. Keep listening to your recordings. It will help you in such a way that even for a single second, if we as an evaluator misses, you will evaluate by yourself that how best you can achieve. So back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, and good luck to everyone. Happy Valentine, and maybe all be united like this. Thank you.
Thank you, Latif. Thank you for your valuable suggestions. Definitely we do. Time has a wonderful way of showing us what really matters. Let's put our hands together to welcome Toastmaster Joy George as a timer of today's meeting. Toastmaster Joy, please explain your role.
Good evening, TMOD Suguna, Toastmasters and guests. As timer, I will time the table topics, speakers, formal speeches, and evaluators. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and the red cards. Denote the specific times remaining. For prepared speech sessions should be 5 to 7 minutes in length, and at 5 minutes I will show the red card. At 6 minutes I will show the yellow card, and 7 minutes I will show the red card. Then table topic sessions, speakers should limit their speech to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will show the green card in screen. At 1.5 minutes, I will show the yellow card in screen. At 2 minutes, I will show the red card in screen. For individual evaluators, should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will show the green card. At 2.5 minutes, I will show the yellow card. And 3 minutes, I will show the red card. Thank you, TMOD Suguna. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joy. Here we have a person to catch our fuller words. You know, like, isn't it? Let's put our hands together to welcome our counter for today's meeting, vibrant Toastmaster Justin John. Toastmaster Justin, please explain your role.
Thank you, TM Suguna. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Would you like to become an impeccable speaker? Seamless flow of words without any hindrance? If yes, I am here to support you. I will be writing down all the unintentionally and unknowingly used words and sounds like and unnecessary pauses. I'll be submitting my report at the end of this meeting when I am called up for the same. Thank you. Over to you, TM Suguna.
Thank you, TM Justin. Let us use the Valentine Day to unite different walks of life. It's important to think and live united. Removing hatred from society and spread love should be our motto. Here we have an exuberant personality, such a broad-minded person. Put our hands together to welcome our multitasker, our past president, distinguished Toastmaster Sunil Thomas, as pronunciation master, word counter, take host for today's meeting. DTM Sunil, please explain your role one after other. Thank you.
Good evening, all the Toastmasters and guests. Being the Valentine Day nearing, we are all with that spirit. So I was thinking, why don't we, instead of having only a co-partner, why don't we extend that love to others? Because today the need of the hour is extending the love to become an impeccable personality, and the world become impeccable. So my job today is to check the pronunciation, which is a tough job. So I will check that, and possibly I'll get something to report at the end of the meeting. Thank you, Suguna, and you are doing very well. Happy Valentine's Day. Back to you.
Anil. And it's my pleasure to welcome our guest, Sridharan. So let us begin our prepared speech session. Our first speaker today, Toastmaster Susan Abraham. She's embarking on level 1, project 3, dynamic leadership. And the Toastmaster Susan Abraham will be evaluated by another eminent personality, Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali. Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. Today, my vehement speaker, TM Susan Abraham, will be giving her first level 3rd project. So after the speech, she will be completing her level 1. Isn't it good? Isn't it interesting? Is it a level to achieve?
Great, great.
Purpose statement is the purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Speech length 5 to 7 minutes. Speech title, Keep Moving Forward. TM Suzanne Abraham, speech title, Keep Moving Forward. Good luck, TM Suzanne.
Thank you, TM Latif. I would like to share the screen. Good evening, dear Toastmasters and guests. Today, my project on research and presenting, a presentation will not be having any statistics as such, but we'll be surely having few life examples to emphasize on the fact that we should all keep moving forward. I'm sure all of you must have heard of this famous tale, the tortoise and the hare. And so I'm not going to go into the details of the story, but I would like to highlight on the standpoint of the tortoise. The tortoise was very aware of his own capabilities, and along with that, he was aware of the capabilities of the hare, which he was little more greater than his own for this race. He knew his chances of winning the race was very grim. But still, instead of sulking or backing out, he took up the challenge and started for the race. The race started. The hare ran speedily ahead, and the tortoise moved ahead steadily. And finally, it was the tortoise who won the race. Dear Toastmasters, what stops us from moving forward? It is our refusal to accept risk, not being committed enough, not believing in ourselves, being too comfortable where we are, being lazy and unproductive, not ready to make any adjustments, and sulking over what we don't have. So, what are the behavioral changes we should adopt? We should change how we think about hardships. We should not evade from our problems, but we should face them. Persist to do our best with what we have. Be patient and learn to endure. Always keep our focus on our goal. Do not regret what happened. Learn to accept, learn the lesson. Be ready to take responsibility. Use your experiences to go stronger. Stay positive and don't give up. So, do you know why the tortoise won the race? It was surely the hare would have won this race without any doubt. But what he did, he went and slept and dreamt of winning. But the tortoise, he did not stay still. He kept moving forward. He saw the hare sleeping for a while, taking rest, but the tortoise did not get distracted. He focused on his goal and moved to the finishing line. Likewise, all of us, each one of us in our life's journey, we will be facing many difficulties and challenges. We should not dishearten ourselves, but or compare ourselves with somebody else who has better talents, better capabilities, or in a better position. We are all unique human beings, and we can do our best with what we have. We should always keep our eyes to what we have set to achieve and put in our best efforts and dedication and keep moving forward. Now, I'd like to give you a few examples of people who refuse to give up. J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, she was refused by many publishing house until she got approval from this publishing house, and she published this book. It was her determination and her hard work that brought her this far. Henry Ford, he had failed in many businesses and even was broke 5 times until he opened his company, Ford Motor Company. Colonel Sanders of KFC Chicken, he struggled a lot to sell his chicken recipe for the first time. He was rejected 1009 times before he was accepted. The young girl Malala Yousafzai, she spoke and demanded about the education of girls. She faced death, but she stood strong. She became the youngest person to receive the Nobel Peace Prize. Nick Vujicic, a man without 4 limbs, he is now an motivational speaker, inspiring people with limbs. Stephen Hawking, a great scientist, he was with an incurable neuromuscular disease. But he did not stop there. He kept researching, he kept inventing, and contributed to the science world. Nelson Mandela, he fought for the apartheid, against the apartheid, and he went for imprisonment for several years, but he became, in the end, the first elected Black president of South Africa. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest of souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. So, dear Toastmasters, how many times will you try? 3 times or 300 times? 1009 times or 1500 times? Dear Toastmasters, it was after almost 10,000 failed attempts that Thomas Edison was able to build a successful electric bulb. So do not give up, keep trying, keep moving forward. Life is not impeccable, but it is with our hard work, with our ability that we can move forward, with our positive outlook, our outlook not to give up, that we can go forward in our life. Let us always unite in love. What is done is done. What is gone is gone. Let's keep moving forward. Appreciate what we have, and every season has its own purpose. Let me conclude by a famous quote by Martin Luther King Jr. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, please move forward. Thank you.
Never give up, because great things take time. That was an amazing speech. Toastmaster Susan. Our next speaker, Toastmaster Bijo Babu. He's embarking on
1 minute of silence is needed.
Thank you, Toastmaster Geeta. 1
minute silence, please.
A timer. Please time. Time for a minute.
Yes. Okay. 1 minute's over.
Our second speaker, an ambitious Toastmaster, Toastmaster Bijo Babu. He's embarking on his Project 3 in his innovative planning. He will be evaluated by another dazzling Toastmaster, Toastmaster Anuchandran. Toastmaster Anuchandran, the screen is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sugna. Good evening, Toastmasters, and a very good afternoon to Good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Bijopi Babu. Today, Bijopi Babu will be embarking on his level 2, project 3. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I may remember. Involve me and I learn. I repeat, tell me and I forget. Teach me and I may remember. Involve me and I learn. The length of the speech is around 5 to 7 minutes. I wish him all the very best. Over to you.
Mentoring, a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and push in right direction. Good evening, dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. A successful mentoring relationship will only be complete with four phases: preparation, negotiation, growth, and closure. These phases complement with each other and vary in length. We often hear reason from people in not becoming a mentor. All of us have time, skills, and insight more than we think. With the right training, anyone can develop himself or herself to be a good mentor. Mentors offer support and guidance to children, young people, and sometimes adults who experience difficulties with their learning. As a learning mentor, you will need to work closely with individuals who struggle with social, emotional, or behavioral problems that affect their ability to learn. Tell me, I forgot. Teach me, I may remember. Involve me, I learn. The most important responsibility of a mentor or leader to teach people how to think, ask the right questions, and help find right answers. So that the word does not go to hell if you are taken down. Everybody have got mentors from tender to age to end of their lives. Our first mentors are our parents. We learn lesson to make our first step from them. I cherish my delightful and enjoyable childhood under my parents' mentorship. Very proudly, I would say my mother was my first mentor, and the moral teaching she had for me still guides me. Whatever I learned from her, I have bright memories, and I'm still following her advice and always remains the guiding light in my life. My second level of mentors are my teachers. Teachers will be our mentors, and mentors shall be teachers. Both played unignorably crucial roles in each one's education. The role of a teacher is to shed light of their knowledge through instructions, explanation, substantiation. In traditional sense, a teaching involves formal lessons on subject, inclusive of detailed lesson plan and methods of assessment and mentoring. In other hand, in more the mentoring, on other hand, it's a more informal and relational in nature. A mentor acts as an advisor and shares knowledge based on true experiences. There are numerous examples to share to substantiate the importance of the mentors taking challenges to help their mentees grow into peace. I have many examples to tell about my teachers, how they helped me to my life, but not presenting due to lack of time. In day-to-day activities, my life, My family members are to my mentors. They are teaching, advising, guiding me in every moment of my life and really helping me take a right direction. Almost an year back, while reading in Indian's Quiet portal, I noticed a news clip about the Bhavans Toastmasters Club. In that, I found a familiar face in my friend DTM Sunil Thomas. I called him same day, and while explaining about the Toastmasters Club, he invited me for the club meeting. I remember my first day when a table topic master literally forced me to do table topic speech. I did not have stage fear because of my past experience, but the only concern was it was my first speech in English. Somehow I managed it. I don't know what I told or how I completed the level two, the 2 minutes, but it was by that experience I have decided the same day to join Toastmasters Club. While I had joined Toastmasters, I got an amazing and lovely mentor, which is none other than Toastmaster Bida Johnson. I strongly believe that it is my destiny I got a mentor like her. Her mentorship is really amazing and powerful. She knows how to lead the mentee in proper way. Before each of my speech, I have communicated with her on how to speak, how to prepare the speech. Her one voice clip or instruction or a call is enough to prepare the speech. She really motivated and encouraged me to each steps of the pathway. That is the power of a mentorship. It was a wonderful journey with all of you under her mentorship of her. Today I am to complete the level 2 of my pathway, and her support really helped me to complete the 2 levels. Words are not enough to express my gratitude to Toastmaster Bida for her sincere effort of my mentor. I wanted to become an impeccable mentor like her. In the day-to-day life, we all are mentors. My question is that, are we real mentors? Mentor may share with the mentee information about his or her own career, provide guidance, motivation, support, and be a role models. A mentor may help to explore setting goals, keeping contacts, and identifying resources and offer solutions. Let me conclude. The mentoring relationship should be based on trust, confidentiality, mutual respect, and sensibility. The relationship should be based on agreed boundaries and ground rules. Address to power differential between the mentor and mentee. Hand in hand, we grow. While we grow, we help others grow too. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Tell me, and I forget. Teach me, I remember. Involve me, and I learn. To emphasize the mentor-mentee relationship, the way you explained was awesome. Wishing you all the best, Toastmaster Biju. 1 minute silence for the feedback.
Yes, 1 minute, okay.
Thank you, timer. Our third speaker, an energetic Toastmaster, Toastmaster Kundal Reddy. He's embarking on his level 1, project 1 in his visionary communication, and he will be evaluated by another exuberant Toastmaster Vita Johnson. Toastmaster Vita, the screen is yours.
Thank you so much. Sorry, the Toastmaster of the day. Toastmaster Suguna. Today, my target speaker, our exuberant VP Education, Toastmaster Kondal Reddy, is embarking into his second path, which is on visionary communication path. And today, even though he is well known to us, he's again going to introduce himself to the club through his icebreaker speech, which is titled as Memories. Timer, please note that the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. The objective is introduce yourself to the club. Toastmaster Kundal Reddy, be an impeccable speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster Suguna.
Yes, Toastmasters Kundal Reddy, you can start.
Thank you. I believe life is a journey, not a destination. Do you? My fellow impeccable Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening. I am Kondal Reddy here. In this Toastmasters journey, to deliver my icebreaker speech in second path of visionary communication. This path may help me to build my skills, my strategical communication as a leader. And this all the projects have focused developing of my skills as sharing of information with a group and planning communication and innovative solutions. So that's with that I selected this path. Along with this path will give as a speech writing and speech delivery to emphasize in each project. So I hope this project will have fulfilled my long-term goals as personal and professional growth as well. By the way, I met my parents in 44 years back. I was so excited to that meeting, so I forget my dress code. I am the youngest in my family, along with the two siblings, and brother and sister. And my mother always used to say that my birth brought many happy moments in the family. So moving with this, my school I started at age of 5 at a village primary school. Those days, there was no proper school buildings. But the head of the village is offered his house to run a primary school. With that, my school life is started comfortably. However, moving to my secondary school, I need to walk 3 kilometers for every day. With that, I had so much of fun and struggles to went off to my secondary school life. After that, memories, I worked well and hard to complete my graduation as electrical and electronics engineering. And I was an extraordinary player in my colony cricket team. And they was called to me as a 12th man. I was the one who bring the ball when it's fall into neighbor house. Why? Do you know? My innocency looks helped. In a year 2004, exactly on this day, 13th Feb, an impeccable person likes me due to that innocency. And she offered me Valentine to unite for my rest of life journey. And so on, my life was even more shine. I will share you few shining moments with this. Year passed away in 2005, I got a job in Kuwait City. Then I landed into Kuwait. And followed me, my wife and a small cute child. They landed into Kuwait in 2007. So then year later, in 2008, exactly on 20th January, my daughter, my wife were so excitedly waiting for arrive a new member into my family. So at exactly 4:20 p.m. on Sunday, me and my daughter was waiting into McDonald's, and I got a call. Hello, Mr. Reddy. Congratulations. The call is come from the hospital. The nurse told me to come with a pink colored dress to see your cute child. After years passed, I was got a better job as a project coordinator in Al-Mulakku engineering group. Thereafter, we had moved many memories with the guidance of my family. We went many tours. We were visited tourist place, and we enjoyed a lot with that. Moving forward, few years after, I feel that I was miss my touch of with my passion and my strength, courage, and I also miss that I was not moving forward the way I was. But after joining in Toastmasters Club, I grabbed my strength and I grabbed my passion to have changed into me as a public speaker and a good communicator. Dear impeccable friends, I believe that this Toastmasters Club will allow us to find our real strength and our real passion to sunshine our life in the journey. Over to TM.
I believe life is a journey. A passionate Toastmaster delivered his personal life story. It was a very good attempt. Toastmaster Kondal Reddy. 1 minute silence. Timer, please.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Our fourth speaker.
Yes, 1 minute, please. Okay.
1 minute over.
Okay, over. Over.
Okay, thank you. Our next speaker, a dynamic personality, distinguished Toastmaster Anil Kumar Ravenkar. Give me a minute, my screen disappeared. Embarking on his level 1, project 1 in his dynamic leadership, and his speech will be evaluated by another effervescent Toastmaster, DTM Sunil Thomas. DTM Sunil Thomas, the screen is yours.
Good evening, Toastmasters and friends. Are you a Toastmaster? The question was asked to a person who is going to talk now. Anil Kumar Ji Revankar, he is a DTM. Still, he is doing his second path, and he's going to start with the bang as an icebreaker. So he's going to start his dynamic leadership, level 1, project 1 icebreaker. The purpose statement. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce himself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. So he's going to start another path, and the title of the speech is, Are You a Toastmaster? Timer, please note, the timing is 4 to 6 minutes. So let's hear from our dynamic leader, DTM Anil Kumar Ji Revankar. Welcome, dear. All the best.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes.
Great.
Yes, you are.
We all know that 14th February is celebrated as Valentine Day, don't we? Last week, I had a get-together, an offline get-together organized by my college friends. And guess what? The environment, the ambience of the meeting was that it gave me the feeling that it is nothing less but a Valentine get-together. Exuberant Toastmasters and distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all of you. As I entered the meeting hall, I was spotted by four beautiful, lovely ladies sitting right at the entry point. The first one to greet me, Sunita. Hi. Hi. Sunita, you look lovely today. But why is your face so gloomy? You're not that type of person. Sunita, in her style. What to tell you? My boss at office is constantly demanding. Huh? Demanding? Demanding what? Oh, he's constantly demanding me a presentation for his project. And me? I'm frustrated. You know why? I'm unable to do it as effective as he wants me to do it. But Sunita, that's not a valid reason for you to put up that gloomy face on this special day. My dear, you are an expert, not me. So that's why I always feel low. Okay. Now I'm here. Don't worry. We can settle that issue. Then comes the entry of the other young lady, the cool one, Sheetal. Sheetal in her tone said, "Hi, handsome. Where have you been a long time? When did you arrive?" Just early morning, the first morning. How was the journey? Fantastic. The third one, she just walks out from after school and says, "Wow, Toastmaster!" Oh, the moment these young ladies use the word Toastmaster, the complete audience just turned their heads towards me. Toastmaster? Sushmita was the first one to jump up on me. "You are a Toastmaster? I never knew that you worked behind the bar counter." Oh, you see, ladies and gentlemen, when people have got half knowledge, incomplete information, this is what happens. Now, needless to say, I had to take on the stage to explain what is Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, we often come across such moments in our life wherein we are in a situation which we don't expect. Now, coming to Toastmasters, Toastmaster is a wonderful platform for all those who wish to enhance their communication and leadership skills. Not to miss out the public speaking too. It is our obligation as a member of Toastmasters International to provide this platform to as many people possible so that they can also get the benefits from Toastmasters International Club membership. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been in Toastmasters for the last 8 years, and this last 8 years has transformed me from version 1 to version 2. that itself speaks about me as a Toastmaster. People do address me as DTM, Distinguished Toastmasters. But recently I realized that calling a DTM, is it the right thing? Have you completed your path? No. Toastmaster is not a destination, it's the journey, which I strongly believe is still not completed. I'm still on that. And today is my first project, which is supposed to be icebreaker, introducing myself to the audience. And this is my simplest introduction to the audience. I am a GTM, but I would like to be called as Toastmasters. And whenever I get an opportunity to speak about Toastmasters, this impeccable Toastmaster in me will come forward and say, yes, I'm not working behind the bar counter. I'm working in front of the audience as Talkmasters. Over to you.
Toastmaster is not a destination. Are you a Toastmaster? Are you a Toastmaster? Yes, you are a Toastmaster. Thank you so much for the presentation, DTM Anil Venkar. 1 minute silence.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Our last speaker, dazzling Toastmaster, Jomi Stephen. He's embarking on his level 3, project 1 in his motivational strategies, and he will be evaluated by another eminent personality, Toastmaster Manoj Matthew. Toastmaster Manoj, the screen is yours.
Toastmaster of the day, Toastmasters, and my dear guests. Another impeccable Toastmaster is going to embark on his speech. And level 3, project 1, motivational strategies, who is none other than Mr. Jomi Stephen. Is to cultivate an understanding of how emotions impact relationships. It is also designed to help the Toastmaster to identify how others' emotions impact his own. All the best, Toastmaster Jomi Stephen.
Capital punishment. It is pointless to teach someone a lesson by killing him. I repeat, it is pointless to teach someone a lesson by killing him. Good evening to all my fellow Toastmasters and guests. December 16, 2012, a 23-year-old student was brutally gang raped by 6 people while she was coming back after watching a movie. 11 days later, she died in a hospital. Bearing one, all the others were hanged in March 2020. It took our legal system 8 years on a fast-track court with all the evidence at its disposal. Capital punishment. Capital punishment, my dear friends, is the practice of executing someone as punishment for a specific crime after a proper legal trial. It is generally used as punishment for particularly serious type of crimes like murder, treason, or rarest of rare cases. However, as per the Amnesty International report of 2012, 141 countries have abolished the death penalty either in law or in practice. Do we really need a death penalty? There are umpteen arguments. If life is given by God, how can man take it? The debate will go on. I'll just mention some points related to the death penalty. Number 1, it acts as a deterrent for heinous crimes. Many people argue that the death penalty proves to be a deterrent for people to move ahead with their heinous crimes. I agree to that to some extent. Many of the people facing death penalty in the US are people who commit homicide. They go on a shooting spree and then they try to take their own lives. In my own country, I mean, many of you are aware of the execution of a prominent person, Ajmal Kasab, for the Mumbai terror attacks. He was arrested in November 2008 and executed in November 2012. I don't want to get into the details of it. Critics point out he came to die. But what the Indian government did was provide him free food and accommodation for 4 years. Does anybody in this room think that hanging him has in any way reduced the export of terror from the place he came from? I'm just trying to point to a defect legal system, nothing beyond that. Point number 2, it maintains prison population at manageable levels. I don't know, but I find it very absurd. A recent study in India states that 1 in 5 people currently in jail across our country are waiting trial for charges they face. By separating those who are convicted of capital punishment, we could create room for individuals who are willing to work to better their life. Again, friends, human life cannot be measured on monetary terms. Number 3, government was going broke. It's a myth that death penalty costs less than life sentence. Studies in death penalty system reveal that a death sentence costs at least 18 times more as much a sentence of life without a parole would cost. Resources of the government can be channeled to better use than death row inmates. Keeping the inmate in solitary confinement, taking care of their legal expenses, police commandos to guard them, etc., etc., the budget runs into crores. Execution of the innocent. There's every chance at some point an innocent person could be executed. Witness can be bribed, lawyers and judges can earn, coupled with the flaws in the judicial system. Retribution is wrong. We cannot teach anybody that killing is wrong by killing him. Retribution is immoral and should be done away with. We can go on like this. To conclude, a recent study by an NGO states that people who have been given the death penalty belong to a lower majority of them belong to a lower socioeconomic background. Their level of education is very low. As a result, they are not able to get good quality legal help. Many of them do not even know the legal options available to them. However, the question that lingers or pesters me is, what moral right do I have to pass a judgment on another human being, or who gives the right to another human being to take the life of another person? Friends, each one of us have brought up in a different environment. All of us, majority of us, have a home to go back to, a family to look after. But unfortunately, few of our fellow beings do not have such. They have been subjected to various atrocities right from the day they were born. There are many socio-political leaders who take advantage of these people to further their own interests. Nobody's life is impeccable. Everybody makes mistakes. I leave it up to you all to take the final call on the subject. We all have to go one day. To me, life is sacred, and I do not believe that I have the right, at least I have the right to terminate anybody's life come what may. Hence, let us give life one more chance. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
If life is given by God, who can take this? A wonderful message, sensitive issue you have shared. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jomi. 1 minute silence. Sorry. Thank you. I know the timer, whether all the speakers are qualified.
Yes. Yes, qualified.
May I request the moderator to launch the poll? DTM Sunil Thomas.
1 second, I will remove the host so that they can also vote. Okay.
what happens when Claudius heard the story of Valentine? He was very angry. He put the Valentine in jail for 20 years. After 20 years, Claudius killed Valentine on February 14th. Everybody thought Valentine was a good man because he helped the lovers. That's why we have Saint Valentine's Day every year. Toastmaster Beeta, do you love Valentine's Day? If so, why? Over to you, Toastmaster Beeta. Are you there? She's there. Okay, let's hear from Anilji. Do you love Valentine's Day, DTM Anil?
Of course. Yes, always.
Why?
For me, every day is a Valentine Day. And I feel each and every one should also follow or adopt a similar pattern of life. What is Valentine at the end of the day? It is the expression of love. True love comes from your heart. Yes. It will not be for an opposite gender. Love for everything in life. Be it animals, be an item, be a relation, anything. Just love. That is the funda which I follow. Back to you.
Thank you. Would anyone like to share your Valentine's Day? Any special story you have, you can share with us. You're welcome. Anyone?
Valentine's Day is actually misunderstood because it is thinking that it is only for the lovers and people who are not married.
Yes.
Because actually this should be.
Yes, exactly.
To what do you say? Like if you have a wife and if you have a husband, you should find it as a day to increase your love or increase your connection. Because it's not like you search for someone and give a flower. That is what people say wrongly. So people should understand why this day is and what is the meaning and how it is to be celebrated. And in some Arab countries, I heard that it is when banned. Valentine's Day is a banned day. They don't allow the people to do it.
Let's hear from Toastmaster Susan. Your view about Valentine's Day, no?
Every day is Valentine as long as you're spreading love.
What?
Valentine. So no Valentine. I did not get any Valentine's gifts, so no memories of Valentine. Now I'll have to ask Justin to get.
Justin with us.
I have to ask Justin to bring something tomorrow.
Okay, let's see. Sir, please note. He's awaiting.
He put it on mute so that he cannot hear it.
No, he hearing. Toastmaster Justin, are you there?
Susan, for a change, why don't you bring some gift for him? Why you expect him to bring?
Yeah, why you always expecting and has to give the gift?
So tomorrow you find something and give to him. Okay, let us see.
Now she muted. Now she muted. Look.
No.
It's mutual, not only from one side.
Okay. Let's move ahead for the meeting. Table topic master is waiting, and then
when the topic came, his hair became straight.
Let's invite table topic master, please.
Love is life. Do whatever it takes to maintain the equation.
Let's move forward.
May invite our encyclopedia of Toastmastery, epitome of success, ever smiling person, dedicated personality, distinguished Toastmaster Anil Kumar Ji as a table topics master for today's meeting. DTM Anil, the screen all is yours. Over to you.
Thank you very much for those lovely words, Toastmaster Day, Toastmaster Susan Ganeshan. A lovely evening to all our Toastmasters and distinguished guests on the podium of this meeting of BTC. Valentine, let's unite. And today I'm going to make sure the table topic is going to unite you all together with a single bond. Valentine. If I'm not mistaken, most of us believe one day is on 14th of February. Are all with me? Are you with me? Yes.
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 Exactly. Now, how many of you have heard of Valentine Week? I'm sure a very few of them. And in that few, I will include myself as number one. Yes, I just discovered it today. I had heard it, but not in this fashion, the way I am going to present it now. So, ladies and gentlemen, get together, fasten your belts, and we are going through a journey of Valentine's Day celebration. I would like to have 8 volunteers out of 12. Can I have the names, please? Quickly, or I will name them. No issues. I think that would be better so that it will save time. Okay. So for your information, the Valentine week consists of 8 days, not 7 days. As usually we have week of 7 days. But Valentine week is 8 days. It starts from 7th of Feb and concludes on 14th. Both the days are inclusive, which makes it 8 days. And each of these 8 days is a special day for celebration. Collectively, it's called Valentine Week. And the last day of the Valentine Week is celebrated as Valentine Day, wherein Valentine basically means it is a gift or a card or a wish that you usually give to somebody you love, not necessarily your close one. It could be anyone. So with that, let's move forward. The first table topic speaker, I would like to call the Toastmaster of the day to begin with. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Suguna, you will be the speaker number 1 today. And I would like to assure you all, the topics are very, very, very simple. Just relax, think for 10 seconds, and you can respond. For the purpose of the guests, I would like to give them a tip. Just remember the day which I am going to relate and say a few words on that. The total time you have in hand is 1 to 2 minutes. I would like you to speak for minimum 1 minute, that is the qualifying time, and maximum 2.5 minutes. If you cross 2.5 minutes, there is nothing wrong. Your wife is not going to beat you, neither your husband is going to drive you away, but you will not be eligible for the voting for the best table topic speaker. Done? Let's begin. The first speaker for the day is Toastmaster Saguna. Topic is very, very simple. I would like you to say a few words on the Rose Day. That is day number 1 on Valentine's Day. Over to you. Rose Day.
Usually on the Rose Day, whomever you love, you can offer them a rose or a bouquet full of any flowers. It's a special day. You can offer, it's not only to your lover, whomever you love. Being loved is special. Loving someone, it's so special. So it may be your mom, it's maybe your daughter, it's maybe your husband, it's maybe your brother, or anyone. So on the day of Rose Day, so you can offer a rose or a bouquet to show your love, how they are very important they are, how you want them in your life. You can show through that. Over to you.
Wow, what a feeling expressed by Toastmaster Suguna. Well done. The next speaker to come on the stage is Toastmaster Susan Abraham. Toastmaster Susan Abraham, you are the speaker number 2. You can open your camera. Toastmaster Susan.
Yes.
I'm not able to connect to Toastmaster Susan. Let's switch to temporal to Toastmaster Beta. Toastmaster Beta. So the topic for you is Teddy Day. Teddy Day is day 4 of Valentine week. Teddy, T-E-D-D-Y. Teddy Day.
Teddy Day is a day
Yes.
for Valentine's Day. Okay. Teddy Day, something which is unusual to me. I know about teddy bears, but something in connection with Valentine's Day. My dear Toastmasters, who told the world that teddy bears are so connected with Valentine's Day? Good evening, dear Toastmasters. Valentine's Day. People all over the world nowadays are after these things. They go to the shops and buy everything in red. But is that the only thing which is to celebrate? Personally, I celebrate Valentine's Day not because it is connected with any of such memories regarding the loving things or the lady love or boyfriend, nothing like that. That's special to me because 19 years back, my son Joel was born on February 14th, which was after a long time of winter in our life. My dear Toastmasters, life is full of ebbs and flows, dark and light. We may find that, oh, today is a bad day, tomorrow may be a good day. It's like that. We don't have to have a special day to celebrate love. Let's have the candlelight dinner today itself, because life is a tale told by an idiot with much of sound and furies, signifying nothing. Before we become stories, let's celebrate our life. You don't have to go after the teddy bear. Make it now. Love each other, spread love, and be the incarnation of love. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Wow, what a thought. Well done. The third speaker to come on the stage is Toastmaster Susan. Toastmaster Susan?
Hello.
Yes, there you are. Okay. You will be speaking on the third day of Valentine week, that is Chocolate Day. Chocolate Day, Toastmaster Susan. Stage is yours.
Good evening, dear Toastmasters. Yeah, oh, I didn't know that there was a chocolate day also. Oh, I love chocolates. And our company is having the Mars chocolate. So every day I get to have a chocolate. And so there's no specific day for chocolate. And chocolate, now we can compare it to sweet, as being sweet to all others around us, the sweetness we can spread to others, the smiles when we can give, when we share the chocolates with others. And may this Valentine's, along with the love, may we share our sweetness, may share what we have within us with others, and spread love and care for others, and especially at this difficult situation where there's COVID is increasing, where there's people are suffering. We need to be more caring, more sharing, and spreading our smiles and love and sweetness around. Happy Chocolate Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, wow. What a sweet way to explain the Chocolate Day. Okay, let's call our guest, Mr. Joy Jacob George. Can we have you on the screen, please? Yes, you are the right one. Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Joy.
Good evening.
Yes,
Good evening to everyone.
welcome to our special section on table topic.
Thank you.
So, nothing to be worried about. Just relax. I'm going to give you just 2 words, and you can pick on this Okay.
I'll try my best.
Okay. Your 2 words is very simple. You are going to speak on the 5th day of Valentine week. That is Promise Day. So your topic
So,
is Promise Day.
Promise
Promise
Day.
Day. Yeah. Over to
Okay.
you.
Good evening to everyone. Frankly speaking, I haven't thought much about such a topic, but still, I'll try my best to say a few words from my mind. Valentine's Day is basically, as we all have an intuition that it's for the lovers and the one who is loved and loving others. But to keep a promise, we have to be so open-minded. To keep a promise to others, we have to be so open-minded, as well as what to say. We normally give out promises to everyone, but most of the time, as humans, out of the fast pace of our life, we normally forget. So to keep the promise, we have to be open-hearted, and it is actually a commitment fulfilled by keeping the promise. So the promise, especially on a Valentine's Day, is showing and reflecting your love towards that particular individual, that particular friend, or whoever it is. And by keeping that promise, we are actually showing ourselves humane to them as well as to the society. By keeping such a tradition, or by keeping such a such a an act from our side, we can be an example to the other human beings and other co-members of the society too. This is the short message I have to give in this particular topic. Thank you so much. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that great thoughts on the Promise Day. Coming up on the stage, let's call in our Vice President of Education, Toastmaster Kondal Reddy. Toastmaster Kondal Reddy. Ready? Yes. So you'll be speaking on the 7th day of Valentine week, and that is Kiss Day. Kiss Day. Toastmaster Kondal Reddy.
Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters and table topic master. Table topic master, you have any kiss in your college days? But I got that memories back to me with this your topic. What way? With a friendly. I have a very nice, humble friend in my college days. Those I never forget with those moments I spent with my friends. Two, given my topic as Kiss Day, it can be with a love, it can be with friend, it can be with respect. So that will give you what attachments with you have with your friends and with your loving ones. So it will give memorable love and affection and attachment of that. Table topic master, you can have the keys with anyone, your children, your wife, and your elders. And you can take your keys over here in different mean, over here, different mean, over here, different mean. So those all with care and love and affection. My friend Toastmasters, please give your smile and kisses to everyone. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kondal Reddy, for that expression on Kiss Day. So with this, I conclude the table topic session. It was a wonderful time with all the impeccable Toastmasters as well as the guests who participated in this lovely session, which was covering Valentine week. Now I would like to hand over podium to Toastmaster Saguna. Before that, I would like to get a timer report.
Nitya, can we have one more topic?
Yeah.
But
Yes,
we are running short of time.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have to manage time.
Yes.
But do we have time? We can take one more, but for a new person.
Yes. For a new person.
Only one, last one. Yeah. Who is available?
Ali Ashar Anjum. Yeah.
I'm available.
Yes. Yes. Welcome, Mr. Ali. Okay. So since you are our guest, table topic is 1 to 2 minutes, and you can see the timer who will show you green, yellow, red. At red, you have got 30 seconds. So your topic is very simple. You need to speak on Valentine Day. That is the 8th day of Valentine week. Valentine Day. The stage is yours.
Okay. Oh, my love, marry me. Wait a minute. Oh, my love, marry me. I am the child. Carry me. I will take you to the sky against the world, and we will have a we are going to have wonderful days and night in the heaven, apart from this world. Last Valentine, I just proposed my girlfriend in the same way. And what she did, she laughed at me. I said to her, I'm not kidding with you. I want to marry you. She said, you're very funny, Ali. I said to her, no, I love you. She said, I need time. At that moment, I say, okay, take your time. But in my heart, in my soaring heart, I was just broken. But at that moment, I realized that it's very important to love others, but it's more important to understand their feelings. Take them time, because this is the matter of their life. This is the matter of my life, her life, and everyone's life. Valentine is a beautiful day, the day of love, the day of what can I say? In this world full of miseries, those days are very good. And although last year I didn't get my love, but I will take time and find my love again. Over to you, Toastmaster of it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ali, for those wonderful thoughts you shared with us today. With this, I conclude the table topic session. I would like to welcome the timer to give his report. Are all the speakers qualified?
Can you give the names also, please?
Yes, all the speakers are qualified. First one is Suguna.
Qualified. Yes.
Suguna qualified. Second,
Susan.
Third one, Bida Johnson.
Yeah. Then we have a guest.
Joy Jacob.
Yeah.
One, Kondal Reddy.
John. Yeah.
Ali Asghar.
Yeah. Okay.
All are qualified.
Great. Okay. Toastmaster Sunil, you can launch the poll.
Yes, 1 second.
Meanwhile, I will hand over the podium back to Toastmaster of the day, Suguna.
Anilji, we have
the stage is yours.
Anilji, we have 6 people, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you so much, topic master. DTM Anil Kumar. That was a really amazing, interesting Valentine's Day. Love is so important in everything we do. Love brings out the very best in every point of view. It's easier to be loving than to hold on to a grudge. We get stuck in negativity and our ego will not budge. Experiences, good and bad, always come and go. Love works in mysterious way to soften any concern. Giving love away freely reaps loving rewards in return. How wonderful and magical we feel when we are in love. We truly are on the top of the world. There is nothing we can't rise above. Turn all negative thinking into positive, loving thought by spreading love, joy and peace, as for thousands of years we have been taught. Let's move on to the last session of the day.
Sugna, I'll launch the poll first.
Yeah.
Sugna.
So may I call upon our sanguine Toastmaster Latif, as a general evaluator, to take the session again. The screen is all yours. Toastmaster Latif.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Happy Valentine's to you. This session of general evaluation will not only give our valuable feedback to the speakers, it will not only give suggestions how to be a better speaker, it will unite us with our aim to be a better public speaker. So let us move on ahead with lots of energy and invite the first evaluator, who is me, Toastmaster Latif. He will be evaluating Toastmaster Suzanne Abraham. Today, my target speaker, TM Suzanne Abraham, very, very well explained how to keep moving forward. I was thrilled from that very moment when I heard this topic. Let me tell you why. Because I was the person who was pushing my son that he can ride a bicycle. I just want to hold him and he will move ahead. I just want to guide him so that he can move ahead. So the topic at this first instant took me so far that I was totally engrossed. And ladies and gentlemen, I can assure this happened to each and every one of you. Today, my target speaker, TM Suzanne, did not only qualified what a spectacular speaker she is, by the audience gathering and views, I realized that she has that amazing touch of how to get the audience attention. If I tell her that you are a better storyteller, that won't be a second opinion to anybody else. How well was your speech written? How well you have presented it? How well you have described and touched our heart? It did not even tell us that if you are weak, you should not participate. It encouraged us to move ahead. Well, this was all the very good points which I noticed in your speech. But then let's move ahead. Today, how can you improve your speech? This was a very nice story from our childhood till today we are hearing. How about if we would have that you acted as a rabbit, you acted as a turtle. Oh, I am weak, with some drama. Hey, I'm strong, I'm sure I will win. And or when the rabbit saw the hare sleeping, when the turtle saw the hare sleeping, oh, it's an opportunity for me. I can run forward. I can make my steps ahead. These dramas will make us more energetic and entertaining. Well, where to excel? If I have to give you one suggestion to excel, I will take not even a second to tell you. The way you delivered today, just practice the same way. And I'm sure you'll make this drama and the story, your own personal story, an amazing one. Over to you, General Evaluator. Thank you, Toastmaster Latif. Now, me as a general evaluator will invite Toastmaster Anu Chandran, who has evaluated speech for Toastmaster Biju Babu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Latif. Good evening, Toastmasters, and a very good evening to my target speaker, Toastmaster Biju P. Babu. Today, Biju P. Babu has perfectly explained about mentoring and shared some of his personal experience. I really like the manner in which he opened his speech. He opened his speech with a powerful statement like what mentoring is a brain to pick, an ear to listen, and a push in the right direction. That was really impressive. Then slowly he divided his speech into three parts. First, he spoke about his first mentor, that is his mom, and how important his mom was in his life to help and helped him to become a better person. Then slowly he spoke about his second mentor, that is his friends and relatives. And finally, he came to the main point, that is a third mentor, that is the Toastmasters mentoring. And he was really able to explain and connect with the audience by bringing a real time example, that is his mentor, Toastmaster Beta. He's he was able to explain how she helped him in his tough times and inspired him, and he even showed gratitude towards her on this platform, which was really heart touching. Now I would like to highlight some good things about his speech, what I observed out of all his speeches. This was one of his uh, best speeches I ever liked. He has improved a lot in terms of his confidence level, be his pauses and be it his fluency. Like every speech has some good points and some minus points. So coming to his negative sides, I only felt that there was some, you know, some there were some places where some emotions were lacking. That was the only thing that I could find. But overall, this was a really great speech. He was able to connect with the audience easily, and yes, I am sure definitely he'll improve his speech next time and will definitely take this to the next level. Thank you very much. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anu. Thank you for coming us and gracing our meeting. Actually, it's been a long time. We are waiting for your presence. TM Biju, actually, I would like to add few things. The moment you express your mentor, the way you express your mother, I can tell you how great a person you yourself is. Only a gentle heart can say such a wonderful things and remember some good deeds with a mother and a mentor. So go with your pace and enjoy the better journey of Toastmaster. Let me invite TM Beta Johnson to evaluate TM Colonel Reddy's speech. TM Beta Johnson, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Memories are always invisible to eyes, but can be felt with heart. Today, my target speaker, Toastmaster Kondal Reddy, deputy before us, the sweet life's journey of him, along with many other things he has experienced in his life. Let's give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Kondal Reddy. Good evening, my loving Toastmasters. Happy Valentine's Day. I believe life is a journey, not a destination. Do you agree? Toastmaster Kondal Reddy, you just gave us a wonderful speech. All of us were glued to our speech. Am I right, dear audience? Coming to your speech, it was a graduation, the transition, your life, the day you were born, your college, your studies, marriage, children, landing in Kuwait, and Toastmasters. Wow, graceful speech. Now, let me spotlight on the positive part of your speech. First of all, you are standing. That is a graceful that is a graceful thing, which is an important part for a Toastmaster, whether it is in Zoom or in physical meeting. And since you are standing, you are confident, the eye gestures, eye contact, hand gestures, everything was crystal clear. Thank you so much for showcasing how to be a graceful speaker. Second thing, the whole speech was embellished with humor. Since when I was so thrilled, when I saw my parents, I forgot to have the dress code. Wow, such a great idea. And then there was enough pace and appropriate pauses. Now, something small things which you need to care, even though it is an icebreaker. You are not a new person to the club. You are an ace speaker. So please consider. Add more details. This is an icebreaker and not something about visionary communication, your path. So you can go to the extent of giving us a great description about your parents. You can add some dialogue, which will add more beauty to the speech. Second thing about kindly work on your grammar, because that is an inevitable and crucial part of every speaker, and especially when you speak about something of the past, past perfect, past continuous, and simple past. These are the things you need to care while speaking about something about the past. And then about character sketching. Add these 3 points, and I'm so happy. In summary, that was a sweet speech on confident speech, and it was embellished with humor and subtle, everything pace and pause, and kindly consider these things. Thank you so much. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Beeta Johnson. Toastmaster Kodalreddy, yes, your speech was amazing. We all know how good speaker you are, and the way you selected your path was also good, because it will show us how far a Toastmaster can move ahead for visionary communication. Now it is brick, eye for an eye and a brick, for a DTM, a DTM. Let me invite DTM Sunil Thomas to evaluate DTM Anil Kumar's speech.
Good evening, Toastmasters and friends. It was a delight to evaluate an ace Toastmaster like Anil Kumar Ji Revankar. He is DTM. He is dedicated Toastmaster. We have to revise that. He is also going to take his pathways and also dynamic leadership, and was an icebreaker. He started today. I think no one noticed that it was an icebreaker. It was such a wonderful topic, such a wonderful speech he did. Let us see what was his speech, how he did it, and what are the things to improve. He was talking about a get-together. And you know that any subject related to ladies and their matters will attract the others. So he brought in 3 beautiful ladies and the interaction with them. And he tried to talk to them from, the way he wanted to. And finally, he brought in the subject, what is Toastmaster? Everyone have a doubt. Is this a bartender? Are you behind the bar? Are you the one who supplies in the bar? The people will ask a lot of questions. Now he very clearly told what is a Toastmaster. Very well done. So it was a different type of an icebreaker. The topic was different. He brought in a different way. Usually we talk about ourselves. This was, okay, he told about himself, but also he brought in the highlight, the Toastmaster in it. So it was a wonderful topic. So let us see what are the good things. The good thing he was using dialogues. He was using 2 people. He was in the left and right. He was talking as 2 persons. So it was a dialogue. It was an advanced type of a talk. And also it was a story. He brought in a good story. He brought in a situation. He narrated in such a way that people will get attracted to him from the first moment. And the scenario was good. Okay, now let us see what are the things he could improve. I will say the drama was slightly less. He could have added the drama a little more better so that he could have introduced the Toastmaster in a better way. Another thing, he could have used sound modulation. He could have raised his sound at some point. He could have screamed. So the sound modulation could have been, because he's such a wonderful Toastmaster, even though it is an icebreaker speech, he could have used his sound modulation to the maximum. Another thing he could have used is the podium. He could have used it a little more. He could have come to the camera. He could have also used the sideways. The podium could have been used much better. I'm telling him because he's a seasoned Toastmaster, and even though he's doing an icebreaker speech, he can do it much better. So finally, let me conclude by saying that a wonderful speech, the wonderful dialogues, wonderful narration, and everything was good. Only thing to use is a sound modulation, a slight bit of podium, and a drama in it. Thank you, and back to General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Sunil. DTM Anil, if I have to add something, I will just say, keep loving us, because this is what you have showed and expressed in your speech, and we love you all every time you're present. Next is Toastmaster Jomi's speech evaluator, Toastmaster Manoj Matthew. Manoj Matthew, please, if you can. Yes. Can you just keep a camera with you? Yes.
Hope I'm visible and audible.
Yes.
General Evaluator, please confirm.
Yes, you are audible and visible.
Once again, good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished. A warm good evening to all of you and to my target speaker, Toastmaster Jomi Stephen.
Good evening.
Toastmaster Jomi, your speech took us to another emotional state of full justice to the objective of your speech. I would say you have accomplished the objective of your speech. Few points I would like to express, which I felt impressive about your speech. First of all, you have delivered your speech in an impeccable way, expressing the key message in line with the content. The topic was capital punishment. You have explained about the capital punishment in a full justice. Full delivered the impressing full impact to the message. Toastmaster Jomi was, you were able to create an interest in the speech by keeping focus, keeping the audience focused on your audio message, how emotions impact others' state of mind. During the content, the topic of capital punishment, how that emotional impact, emotional impact on others. I have one point of suggestion for your improvement in your speech. which is your speech. Some you speak about sadness, you feel when you speak of capital punishment, the side of capital punishment, lower your voice and express the feeling to the audience. That way, you will be able to create in a better presentation. You will be able to present it in a better way. Overall, your speech was excellent, well created, well narrated, explained about the subject. The vocal variety, you are able to be all the way.
Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj.
Yeah.
I am not sure it was my internet or it was the overall internet, but please do share a detailed evaluation once again with Toastmaster Jomi, because there was some voice lagging and we could not hear it properly.
There was a problem. There was a problem.
Yeah, there was a problem. So just please give him a call for a minute or so and explain it once again.
1 minute.
TM Bita Johnson, please. For a grammarian report.
Yes, definitely. I'm so happy that today all of you were above par. And there was, all of you are impeccable. And as a grammarian, I'm over the moons. Now yes, definitely you all have to clap for yourself because we have grown that much. We have completed that much years, and that is depicted in our words and deeds, not only in confidence level, but also the diction, the word usage, everything is above all. Thank you so much, one and all. Today, the word of the day, impeccable, was used by the TMOD, of course, Toastmaster Siguna, Toastmaster Latif, Toastmaster Justin, Toastmaster Bijo, Toastmaster Susan, definitely DTM Sunil Kumar, DTM Anil Kumar, Sunil Kumar, no, Sunil Thomas. So I'm happy. And yes, because all are Kumar now. Okay. Now, and also some great usages, for example, like capital punishment, something like a new term for us, and an exuberant, crucial, disheartened. Life is not impeccable, but we can go then dazzling. And there were so many phrases and, for example, like quotes like of Martin Luther King, if you can't fly, just run. Tell me, I may forget. That's a quote by Benjamin Franklin. And now, let me focus on the areas for improvement. Kindly work on the grammar part, because whenever we speak something about past, try to use past simple, past perfect, and past continuous. And then coming to the usages, latter and later. Later means after. Latter means towards the end. And even the word pronunciation, Asian is that one. And then tortoise, it's not tortoise. Then use some, instead of using and, try to use some linking words like in addition, additionally, not only but also, moreover. So that will give a flawlessness and impeccability to our speeches, because from Bhavans, we always look for the best. Thank you so much. Back to you, Toastmaster Latif, the General Evaluator.
Thank you, grammarian TM Bita Johnson, our all-rounder, our one and all for everything. Now, timer, please advise if everyone is qualified so I can call up for the voting.
Yes, everybody qualified.
Okay. DTM Sunil, please, if you can raise the vote.
Yes, I'm going to launch the polling.
Yes. Meantime,
so you can see, please vote.
Toastmaster Justin, please. After a long time, you have debuted, so now it's start your inning. Please give us the counter report.
Thank you, TM Latif. Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests once again. Today, I'm very happy to announce that I couldn't find much hindering words. All the speakers were mindful when they were speaking. Well done. More precisely, when I go through more precisely in the speeches, Anu Chandran used one R and one time. Susan used one R. Ajoy used 2 times R. Sunil, DTM Sunil used one time. These are the things I could find. Well done. And please keep this momentum. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, TM Latif.
Thank you, Toastmaster Justin. Shall I tell you? I love your evaluation. I love your speeches. Just keep giving and deliver your speeches. Seriously, you have a very good presence of mind and alertness. It needs a lot of alertness because it's a 2.5 hours meeting and you have showed how well we all have been through this meeting. So great work, Toastmaster Justin. Let me invite DTM Sunil Thomas, our pronunciation master for the day.
All right, I'll just share my screen 1 second. Going through even though I was doing so many things, I tried to find out some words which will be helpful for others too. So this word is impeccable. Impeccable. So also we'll say impeccable, but it is correctly impeccable. Mentor. It is not mentor. Mentor. Morale. Also we'll say morale, but it's morale. The right pronunciation is morale. We say penalty, but it is penalty. Penalty, not penalty. Penalty. Deterrent. It is deterrent. This will say monetary, something like that, but it is monetary. Monetary. Judicial. Judicial. So we say judicial sometimes, but it's judicial. Judicial. I think it is in American English, it's environment, but in British and Indian accent, we say environment. And I was checking the sound master in the web, it is saying environment. Valentine. Valentine. And this word is one more thing I noticed people will tell wrong. Usually we say epitome. It is not epitome, it is epitome. It is epitome. And we say bouquet. It's bouquet. That T should not come. Bouquet. Bouquet. So with this, I'm finished my pronunciation report, and thank you, and back to General Event.
Thank you, DTM Sunil Thomas. A meticulous report, and we all will learn plenty from it. Now, this is my time for the general evaluating report. I have been looking and making a new speakers at this platform. The reason when I got this opportunity from our VP Education, Toastmaster Gondal Reddy, I had a glimpse of having again a reunite of each and every speaker. Not only a speaker, when he completes a level, it gives a point to the Toastmaster Club. And with that Toastmasters Club, we grow. When the name of our community, our club, rises on top of each and every member in our area or the Toastmaster district, we feel proud. So I encourage each and every Toastmaster, while they grow, let the club grow also. It is a hand in hand where people say members first. I will say we learn from each other. You all are a human book. When you share your experiences, when you correct us, we make ourselves a better person in near future. Now, looking at the agenda, at that first very moment, as a general evaluator, I noticed that all the speakers, all the role players, and each and every member were sharp on time. Moreover, it was so pleasing that they were looking fresh, healthy, and still on the screen. That is the value of Toastmasters meeting. We come here to learn. We come here to get something. It's just one way of looking things how to better ourselves. Now, while we will go ahead with the prepared speech, I have tried to evaluate my points at the time when the evaluation has been over by each speaker. But if these are the content, if these are the matters of life which we all know, let's spread out and inform as many people we can. The theme was Valentine to unite. Didn't we unite each and every aspects of life? Didn't we see that how we encourage each other and read the message from the speaker? Yes, in longer run, this is the way to go. Move ahead, 27th of February meeting. I really want 10 speakers so that I can have my first vision of having a speakathon. This is my vision, at least for this one. Then I will hand over this charge to Colonel Reddy again. Table topic. None of the minute I thought that DTM Anil will not call me. I kept my camera on top. I was standing, I was ready, but I did not get a chance. The topics were so healthy that it lived us our college moments. Then evaluation. Amazing. We all, if we keep each and everything together of whatever we have evaluated, plus, please watch and love your voice. When you watch your videos, you will know how good or better speaker you can be. So, Toastmasters, let's learn from each other and make an impeccable us. Thank you. Back to General Evaluator. So that's me. Now let me return this podium to our every time, whenever we need a speaker, whenever we need an evaluator, when we need a role player. Toastmaster of the Day, TM Sugana, you are always available. So very proud to have you as a member, and please encourage other members also. You have a spectacular charm person you are. You can encourage many. Thank you, and over to you.
We are here to lift each other. Wow, that was an amazing evaluation session. Thank you, General Evaluator, for the wonderful conduct. Every moment of life spent with your loved one. Enjoy the colors of life. With this, I hand over the screen to our eminent Vice President, Toastmaster Kundal Reddy. Signing off, Toastmaster Suguna.
Rudy, can we go for the voting for the best role player?
Yeah.
I'll just launch.
So please select for the best role players for today. Thank you for moderator for launching for this voting. With this, I will take for some few business notes. And today we had a wonderful meeting as theme of Happy Valentine's Day. So initially, our VP had acting as he said to me, 10 speakers we are going to have. Yes, I surprised. Wow, BTC having 10 speakers. But he's well did and wonderfully executed for his role. And I thank you for this, my bottom of heart, for a dynamic leader and motivational speaker and a well kind person. Whenever I ask him, Toastmaster Latif, are you busy? He never say he's busy. He's always available for BTC service and excellence. With this, I will thank you once again, Toastmaster Latif. You are doing for well and well, wonderful organizing the meetings. With a couple of meetings are done, and you can do much greater, higher for our BTC. With this moment, I will congratulate for our speakers to completing for their levels. Level 1 is completed our energetic and ever smiling Toastmaster, Susan Abraham. Congratulations, Susan Abraham, for completing for the level 1. And along with that, our VP membership. Toastmaster Bijo P. Babu is completed his level 2. Congratulations, Toastmaster Bijo P. Babu, for these achievements. Kindly register your paths, levels, and we will get the certificate of Toastmaster International. So with this, again, I will congratulate to myself and along with me, PTM Anil Kumar Revankar. We were just started our new path as icebreakers. So well done, DTM Anil ji. I was waiting for hear your speech quite long in our BTC club. So today I had that opportunity to your speech as icebreakers. Thank you. And again, all the role players, they was excellently did. And I want to thank you once again. With this, I want to take some our guest feedbacks. Toastmaster Ajay Jacob, are you there? Toastmaster Ajay?
Yes.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
So how you feel today is our 214th meeting of Bhavans Toastmasters?
I felt great. I was not able to join early as I planned. I was during my normal evening walk. I was just behind the Jalip police station, and so I was not able to be in the normal group. So I could. Immediately after I was crossing the police station, I got this call to join the table topics. Anyway, thanks for putting me in such a position. So I take that as a challenge, of course. And talking about the club, I had seen many familiar faces. Most of them are familiar. And the conduct of the meetings, I'm very much interested to see such meetings again and again. Slowly, if I feel right, I feel I'm indirectly invited to attend more of such meetings or enticed to attend more such meetings.
Anytime.
Yeah, of course, I will try to attend more meetings. Thank you so much. Yet again, I wish all the success for all the club members and have a great time. Happy Valentine's Day also. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I will mention this with this your positive note. Toastmaster BJP Babu, please follow further Toastmaster Ajay George to have his information well. And we have every second and fourth Saturday, we have a meeting of Bhavans Toastmaster Club regularly. That's for Toastmaster Ajay's information.
Thank you.
And Ali Aksar, Ali Asher.
Yeah. Yes, I am here. I am here. Yes, I am here.
Yes. How are you? Yes. How are you?
I think this is one of the wonderful meeting that I have attended. I still remember that in morning, I just was sweeping my WhatsApp, and what I found it was a Valentine theme. I just text Toastmaster Latif that this is a very good thing. He just invited me for that. Although I joined a bit late due to my commitments, but thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak in the table topics actually. So I think this is one of the wonderful meeting that I have attended. So over to you Toastmaster Kunal Reddy.
Thank you, Ali, to having with us, and you are encouraged to us and giving your positive notes. Thank you once again, Toastmaster Ali. Asha. With this, I want to inform you all our club contestants and winners. So our area 20, is going to conduct the annual contest for area 20 on 26th February in morning session. The agenda is under preparation as per our area director Anil Lobo is informed. And this maybe in this week is going to confirm the contestants and as well as draft agenda for our this. So I will request all our contest winners and contestants, please prepare and be ready for rock the stage. PTC, all the best for all the contestants. So with this, my session is completing. So I will request moderator DTM Sunil Thomas, please present for the awards of today's.
Thank you, Reddy. And the theme was not
Over
Valentine's Day. The
Sunil
theme
Thomas.
was Unite to be Valentine something, right?
Valentine to unite.
Yeah, Valentine to unite. So let's go with the award ceremony. So let's go with the first the best speaker award. The best speaker award goes to who? The best speaker award goes to our A speaker, P. Babu.
Drum roll.
The next is going to come is table topic. Any guesses?
The best evaluator.
Next is table topic speaker. Who is the table topic speaker?
Yeah.
Any guesses?
Ajoy.
All are winners.
One of our guest speaker, Ali
Ajoy.
Ashar.
Congratulations, Ali.
And who is the best evaluator? Any guesses?
The
best evaluator.
Sunil Thomas.
Oh, no. It goes to Bita Johnson.
Wow. Congratulations, Toastmaster Bit.
Role player.
The role player.
Who is the best role player? Any guesses?
Red.
Latif.
The one
is in
the
pink.
One in red. The one in red. Latif Mansoor Ali. All the best wishes. Thank you, and I'll be sending the certificate to all of you in the group.